Back to another episode of EU5. Uh, Playing as the nation of Pinya. Still kind of trying to figure out mechanics. I've tried to create a market, new market over here where I have zero control. It seems like it's kind of moved to the China markets. So this one would be kind of pushing it into my tributary. Once it's kind of built, I've also started to build some temples. As I start to understand things like control. Um, so I kind of used up the income that I've had as I look to recover, grow from a manpower perspective. Because um, just watching a little bit more tutorials this evening to understand maybe some of the missteps. I mean, it's obviously the first true run through that I've had. This is a lot of clay, but obviously it's that aren't paying taxes. So after we build these buildings, we'll see the difference. These are all zeros. I'm also building some castles over here, so it kind of speaks to the importance of towns. I also have this um, as a vassal, and going to try to integrate them as soon as possible. Just because these nations are all directly adjacent to my province, so they should have pretty high control as I integrate them. So, um, and then that might give me a little bit more of a tax base to then transfer them from a tributary to vassal. They're only 11 points off. One, because I have them as as a vassal, so they don't want to become another vassal. Um, they're they are quite large. So let's hit play. The last episode we failed miserably in a war. It was the first war we truly lost. Declared war on them. We had even manpower, but when I went and kind of started to kind of invade uh, their fort, I had supply, and then they kind of went around me, started to siege down um, the capitals, and it cut off my supply. And then when I was here, I was locked in here. I couldn't retreat. I basically just got stack wiped by Kamata and their allies. Had to re re kind of build my levies, and was able to kind of work through a white piece, luckily. So it was like I needed. When I first saw it, I was panicking and I was like, "How do I get out of it?" And they were asking for um, me to kind of release my tributaries or whatever. So I was glad I was able to at least back out and get to a white piece and try again. So in the middle of rebuilding a spy network to get it and to try that again. But right now, I think I'm just gonna play a little bit of a chill, try to see what this does. Once I kind of build this market here, which should be done in 50 days, and these temples, which should be done in 200 days. So let's just kind of reevaluate what the control map looks once these are all kind of done. Now I have a new market. I'm building a temple here. It's like a lot of the coalitions are starting to disband as well. Still can't figure out the mechanics. It just seems like the Kung Mao is just going well. As they get closer, I'll probably switch. Um, Mainly, I just don't want to go through two of them at the same time. So if I have to fight one, just crush them. I know I've done that but see what happens when I kind of start to add some of these temples into the towns. You have to build a town in order to build a temple. Um, so these are all starting to finish. Let me just take legitimacy. accept that just because they've been senior. Um, I don't know who's going to be the junior senior partner. I mean, I basically became a personal union with them. I don't know enough about that structure. I do know from some of the stuff I've read that that personal union is not the same as it was in EU4, where they basically just you got Burgundy after the alliance. Okay, so it looks like the temples are all so let's look back at the control mark. Did that do anything from a control perspective? Again, I don't know where all the shortcuts are on this, so I apologize. Doesn't really much. It might be the proximity of them. Well, 0, now it's 2. Um, I think it also has a factor of roads, but also look at the markets. Oh, here's markets. So now there's a new market here. So what I think I want to do is save up, build road here so that I have that market connected to my home market. I need about 1600. So I'm going to just save money. Trade I'll keep, production method. Let's take off subsidize until I have I did I should have they just spent a lot of money on that on automated. Uh, I think I can start annexing them over. I thought it was or I thought that before, but it's actually as I hit the balance, they obviously start to reduce some of the to grow it a little bit quicker. So let me get that to 17. Build the roads. Problem is, none of the nations here I can fight without fighting. So its expansion this way is completely gone. So I obviously have the spy network here built. Stability that. She her stability to go up. Obviously starts growing slower. But I'm almost there. Oh, I lost this member. Crackdown on it. Well, I mean, they're only not a big. I'm just gonna let them rebel. This will at least shrink them, so I'm not getting them at the same time. So this is obviously gonna happen. So I'm not gonna go to war until that rebel starts to spike. How do you get more support? Wow, that's 50 stab. Um, all right, well, I'm not gonna do that then. All right, I'll leave that for now. All right, so we're slowly getting. Um, what are they at war with? Oh, there might be civil war. Claim throne. And I don't want to do the spy network here because it's timed. And I have to do that again, so. Step there. Oh, that guy. I'm not gonna go to war for an insult, so kind of pointless. At least until I know what the hell that does, but or there'll be somebody that says like the insults actually control or something like that. All right, so we're almost at where we can kind of build that road. I want to build the road from here to here. A, it might help with the control, and B, okay. All right, so now I can do the roads builder. Yeah, I can build that. So it'll start to build those roads. Probably also makes sense to build a town in some of these places so that I have the ability to then build temples. Let's build the town before we do this. Oh, he rebelled. Of course, he rebelled as I was building the town, the roads. I didn't realize that that was shoot. All right, let's military. Oh, praise the Lord. I don't. Okay. Let's put them down and I doubt they're gonna have very many troops. Um, I say that, and when I did another playthrough, they had half the troops, and their morale was like 10 times mine. I wasn't able to beat them. Slow this down. I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty much there. Right, they have no. Um, they have no things. I'll just wait till the sieges, and um, that should be it. I was like trying to figure out why that, but I didn't. So that's my tributaries. Um, expand this unit. Get them over here. I don't need them anymore. Oh, I didn't realize that Lana joined the war now. Probably fine. I could probably make them a vassal. I should be ready to integrate that vessel as soon as this is over. 14%. I'm already at 100%. Either one of them have any manpower, so it's really just about sure. I'm assuming my council member. Um, let's how's that the person? Maybe when you're in war or not revolt. Was lack of food. Just retreat. No. Okay. Let's separate super peace. Can I just create them as a vassal? I just and them. Okay. So as we start to build these roads, should be able to start to annex them in October. So let's that, and we pick SS Ballet, Spore. Let's just do clear the population. So let's do that. Okay. So that'll take some time to queue up. Is it the same war that I had? Oh, even better. It's now just a heads up. They don't have that alliance that was the challenge earlier, and now I've created like a block of castles here to kind of block them off. This is a town. But annexing them. And the thought being that because they're so adjacent to my capital, these provinces should be much more valuable. Increase my tax base, and then potentially I can change them to vassal. They are at 14, 5 of which is because I have another vassal. But after I do this, I'll have more population. Right, this is a town. We'll do that, and then what I want to do is go back to subsidizing this. Go back to just have them do the colonies. That should be done by they have 5 towns, so everything here is basically a town. Oh, that is control. So that key is the control. So there's still no control, obviously, because I just rebelled against them and took over. Once this town finishes in 1200 days, middle of jungle, so maybe that's probably why it's taking forever. Um, but it will at least connect the towns and settlements. Religious war I have until 17. It's gonna be done 13th. So let's just see what happens after. I have about 12.4 thousand troops, and once I annex them, almost like they should immediately be 100, and then it kind of starts to come down. But you see, like these adjacent provinces are all in the 80s, and because I'm not aggressively taking, I'm diplo annexing them. The thought being that that they should some become more vessels. Oh no. Let's improve relations again. Oh, I have no diplo. Let's see what this is. Pick one that has. Oh, I should have done this one. Sure, I don't care who they are. Just wanted to pass. So, is there anything with Indian aggressive expansion? City rights, founding town costs. That's probably a good one to have since it's 300. It's um tolerance, supply. Tolerance, max literacy, good. Fertile lands. Search progress is not a bad one to have. Merchant partnerships. I mean, I don't even have a sea tile. I'm still an island inside the Southeast Asia. I've been basically cut off until I can vassalize this guy. So vassal 17 now. Okay, so let's try improving opinion with. I'm not going to build a town until that research goes. You can see there it is. So military into about 1,000. Okay, so does this guy still not have? It's just gonna be 1v1, and we are much stronger than them. So let's take the war. I'd love to just vassalize them. But is that a CB? Casas Ballet, tributary. I don't think so. I don't want to make him a tributary and then be stuck in the same situation as I am here. Let's declare war. Hacker cost, subjugate cost 20%. Alright, let's try this. Two women leaders. Probably would never happen where the two women leaders go to war. Alright, let's raise the levies and let's go to war. Back to the political. Once they're there, let's group them all up. pre-siege. Again, we outnumber them here, um, and I now have these forts, so getting around me or going behind me shouldn't lead to the same supply challenges. Say that in theory, but let's see. I also am much stronger than they were, however many years ago that was. So I think we want to go to. How was that split at 11,000 now? Nobles are 87, clergy is 50. I don't really want to lose 20, I'll just lose 5. Clergy's not happy, but less worried about them. Alright, so the new patriots are gonna rebel soon. So let's hopefully this war isn't too painful. Um, I've not seen them even come through. It seems like they're hiding. Um, Fog of War is tough here because you don't even see the adjacent serious lack of food. Alright, so I'm gonna fall back here because I can't do that one. I don't have any supply. No, they did this again. I did it again. Crap. I should have stayed close. I knew that. I went. I tried to be aggressive. I'm gonna lose this battle again. Um, I don't understand zone of control. Like why I can't retreat. My own. Why I was able to go originally and now I can't. I'm just gonna disband. What would that be the path you take? Um, let's see. Can I even, when I sue for peace, can I vassalize them? I can. They have a lot of population. I think they'll be more valuable as a vassal than me just taking uncontrollable land that's so far from a capital. Alright, so let's ooh. Now I'm gonna get completely cut off again. Let's sue for, I don't understand why I can't. I don't understand why, like, there's no port there. Why do I have a zone of control that I can't escape to? Game doesn't always make sense. I mean, it didn't make sense in EU5, 4, and the fact that I can't go here to this adjacent province that I just went to makes no sense. This is open land adjacent to where I am. I'm able to get supply here. Why can't I go that way? I don't know. Maybe I can just beat him in a race. Maybe if I do military access. Purchase access. Trust. Where at? I don't understand why I can't go to like just open clay. This is just an uncolonized land, and I still can't go through that. access. If I go here, I wonder if I can get him now and cut off his supply. Should not have any. Um, no, 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 no. So they're liberated. Province capital. Where? Benji. Oh, it's Bijni. That's the province capital there. I mean, in theory, he should have no. Alright, I'm just gonna sit for peace now. Alright, I gotta be smarter than this. I didn't realize, so I have to siege that one down and this one down. This kind of makes more sense to just have all my men around here next war. Still kind of understanding manpower. This is a long video, so I think we'll just take it from here. Take a break, and we'll back for another episode. Thanks, everyone.